Will Barry conform to the way of the Raku? Stick around to find out. Welcome back to another episode of Ruthless TV, where I break down Tyler Perry's hit cable series, The Oval, scene by scene. Now, let's get into this video. We all know that back in season 1, Callie was kidnapped by her mom, Ruth. And of course, Callie's dad is Barry, Nancy's son. So after she was kidnapped, Barry looked for Callie and Ruth for months. He even tried holding her hostage until she fessed up with their location as to where her and Callie were staying. But then Ruth had him arrested and said that he kidnapped her. But this didn't stop him. He didn't give up, but it kind of slowed down his tracks just a little bit. So then Barry came up with a way to reach Callie and Ruth and hopefully the rest of the world. So he put up a post on his, I don't know if it was Instagram or whatever social media he was using, to let people know that he was looking for his daughter. And of course, who gets the message? Dicon. For them to be out in the middle of the wilderness with no type of reception for phones and any other type of normal way of life, Dicon sure has access to all the good stuff, right? He has access to all the technology, computers, laptops, cell phones, you name it, he's got it. Before Ruth joined the Raku, she stashed over $100,000 in Barry's bedroom. Now, Ruth used to be a prostitute and strung out on drugs until she found the way of the Raku. Now, my question is, how in the world did she meet Barry? Did she meet him before she started prostituting or after she was prostituting? If you know, drop me a note in the comments. I've missed that somehow. Before you join the Rakadushis, you have to give up your entire life, including, your belongings, your livelihood. You have to give it all up. Like if you were getting a paycheck from your job, your paycheck will now be going to the Raku. Or if you were getting Social Security benefits, your benefits will now be going to the Raku. So whatever you had, if you had cars, clothes, houses, real estate, whatever you had, it now belonged to the Raku, right? So before she went on this compound, she stashed over $100,000 in his bedroom, like I said. And then I guess all of a sudden, I don't know if she remembered that she had this money and that she wants to give it to the Raku. I do remember her talking to Callie, and she was telling Callie about the money that she had stashed away. But now we see on the Oval that she wants to give the money to the Raku in exchange for her daughter, Callie. So this is their second meeting, and he's always going alone. He doesn't have any help, any backup. And even his dad told him, look, Barry, I'm going to go with you. So let me know what time you're going to meet them with the money. He didn't listen. He went by himself again. And I don't know what kind of Kool-Aid he was drinking before he went, but for some odd reason, he thought he was just going to jump bad with Ruth and a van full of Rakadushis. I mean, come on, Barry. He should have learned from the last meeting that they had. They ride in 30 deep in the van, okay? In the Scooby-Doo van. They riding deep up in there. Like, you cannot take any of them boys on. None of them. And look how small Barry is. I mean, anyway, they got out of the truck. They beat him down. And then they kidnapped him on top of that. So now they have Barry, another Raku member, and they have over $100,000. So they killed two birds with one stone. And he doesn't even know. So I'm just wondering what's going to happen when they get Barry to the compound. Will they take him to the highest? Will he go and meet Andrew? I mean, what's going to happen to him? Because, Andrew has already told us that he meets and greets all the new members like he's on the usher board. He's on the usher board at the Raku. Because remember, he did meet and greet, what's her name? Lynn, when she came. And they gave her this sedative drink or something, whatever they gave her to knock her out. But yeah, so he's going to be going to the Raku, because I'm saying this because there's no way that they're just going to let him go at this point, because he's playing games with them. All he had to do was give Ruth the money. It's simple. So when they pulled him in the van, I don't know if Callie was in there or not, because the Raku be playing games too. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to Barry. But I do know that if they were going to, if they just wanted the money, they would have just taken the money and left him there and maybe just beat him half to death. I don't know. But they took him. They took him with them. So which means they're on the way to the Rakadushi compound for sure. And I don't know. Barry messed up. So now we're going to have Richard looking for him. We're going to have Sam looking for him. And now at this point, remember when Dale was talking to Sam inside of the pharmacy when he went and questioned him? Whatever happened with that? Because there was never any follow-up. Sam didn't do anything. Sam didn't say anything. But at this point, now that Barry's missing, maybe he can follow up now and get more information. Or I don't know exactly what Dale told him, but I'm sure it's pretty interesting. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait all the way until November to find out what in the heck went on. Well, I don't know, because the Oval, I don't know when the Oval's coming back on. I think they're coming back on in September, maybe. But I got the September date from the Have and Have Nots channel. Shout out to Jeremy. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think that he's if they're just going to throw him on the side of the road somewhere or take him to the Raku compound, and they're going to have them a new member to look forward to. So let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode, and I'll see you on the next one.